Welcome, welcome everybody. This is CyphaDen chat. Tonight, special guest, Bernadette Price in the house. I'm your host, Tayamu Denku. That's Rambunctious. That's Pestilence.
What up?
We are CyphaDen. And
Yeah.
Bernadette, how you doing?
I'm good.
That's what's up. That's what's
Good to
up.
meet you. Good to meet you.
Um, right off the bat, I had this one question because I always wanted to know this. Um, this is a Sean Price thing. Mike Tyson, the album, I will never forget the promo he did before Hurricane Sandy hit. Did you record that? Were you there when he did that? Because that is insane. Like, what was that like?
Nope.
10 minutes before the storm, like touched the shores. He's outside doing promo for the record. I mean, that's crazy. That's I mean,
That
I'll
was
never
Sean.
I'll never forget that. That's legendary legacy shit right there.
Dare to do something crazy as him.
But you started jumping into the MCing.
Mm-hmm.
I see you rhyming now lately, doing some
Mm-hmm.
That's
video
dope.
stuff. What I mean, is that carrying on the legacy, or you always had to drive for that?
Um, both.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
just never did it.
That's crazy. So how long have you been at it right now? Like in this recent
Since 2017.
oh, okay. So it's been a minute. You've been on it. Okay. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
Getting it together.
I mean, well, you hand picked and put together Imperious Rex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you put
Oh,
that
okay.
together. So that was
Yep.
kind of like the start of that. All then you jumping
Mm-hmm.
into the rhyming.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
It definitely was the start of it.
Yeah, that's what's up. What oh man, I mean, what goes into that? Like, did you just have a like studio sessions, files, like
Yeah, a bunch of verses of his, and then went in the studio, hand picked them, picked the beats, picked the features, put it together, and boom.
it's dope. I got that record on vinyl. I got that record on vinyl.
It's a dope album.
Who goes in the picture?
Agreed.
Or is it just you picking the features? Or
Mm-hmm.
just you?
Mm-hmm.
Is there input from anybody? Or you just it's all you?
No, I
That's
knew
fire.
what he wanted and who he dealt
Oh,
with.
okay. Oh, okay. So
So
you just kept it way funky. Like I ain't even gonna go outside of that. You know what I
Mm-mm.
mean? No, I'm just saying that's what's up. That's what's
Yep.
up.
One
Trust
of
me,
my
it was a lot of people that wanted to get on it and
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah. I was wondering that. Has
yeah.
there been a lot of that in general where you just got to be like shoe fly shoe kind of thing?
Um, yeah, it's been a lot of it, but I ain't trying to wear him down.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So so I got my new single that's out, different language. And it's me featuring Tara and Pooh. And I also have another one coming soon. I'm gonna put it up tomorrow. A
And
little
the first
snippet.
one, you said it's different language,
Different language is the first single I dropped.
and that's
Yeah.
already out right now.
Yeah, there's a video. There's
Yeah.
a video for that, right?
Oh, dope. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, video. I seen a video.
that's what's up. Okay.
Who shot the video for that?
Mustafa.
Yeah. Word.
That's what's up.
That's
That's
what's
what's
up.
up.
Mm-hmm.
He picked locations. You You
Yeah,
basically
he
orchestrated,
picked
or
he picked up the locations.
okay,
You
that's what's
know,
up.
I picked some. I picked it, and he picked one. But you know, it all came together.
Yeah,
For people who haven't heard the record, like I'm be honest, like myself, what's the record? What's the concept of different language?
You know, it's just basically like different talk
Okay, slang from that perspective.
from that perspective.
That's dope. Okay, okay. Well,
Speaking different languages.
I will be peeping it. I will be peeping it after this. I feel like a jerk now because I ain't heard the record. But I'm
Nah,
you
you
also
said,
gotta
honest. I'm
check
not
that
gonna
out.
sit there, blow smoke. You know what I'm saying?
but you said the next single's dropping tomorrow. Are you doing all this independently, or is Duck Down putting in work, or it's just you?
Well, I'm doing the work, but they exploiting it from me.
Mm.
Nice. That's what's up.
You know, me and Tara and Pool,
Okay.
get to the studio, get it together. Mm.
Not
That's
much to it.
dope.
That's just straight like that.
Is it gonna
Yeah.
be? Is it gonna be a full project, or you just doing singles?
Yes, it's gonna be a full project.
Okay. What do
But
you feel about me and Ram have had conversations of this. Actually, we've all the CyphaDen we've had conversations about this. And what do you think of the general public nowadays receiving singles compared to full albums in the music industry now? Do you think it's still a good thing to drop full albums, or do you think a single approach is good for certain artists?
Um, yeah, I think a single approach is good for certain artists. It's also good to put out a full project, but what I notice is that nobody is listening to like a whole full album, like
Mm.
a full 18 songs. Like back then, we was listening to all of it.
yeah.
Now
Yeah,
it's
back to
I
back
guess.
even. Yeah.
hmm I think the attention span is a little shorter. Nobody's doing like 3 verse songs anymore, and hip hop is forever changing.
Yeah. Well, the way we've talked about it is, I was telling them at one point. Well, I told Denko, and then he had mentioned it on the last pod or a couple pods ago or something. But
And Ram got mad at me a little bit.
I didn't get mad at you. How did I get mad at you?
You like, man, why you gotta talk about my shit, son?
Well, I felt like you talked about the rollout before I told everybody. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm just fucking with you,
It's
man.
like
I'm just
damn, and then I had just left the show, so it was like, wait a minute, why did you say that when I was on here? I wasn't
hey,
mad. It's
I'm
different.
just fucking with you, man.
No,
You
but
know what it is.
check it. So anyway, so the whole thing was, my next thing is, after this album I'm gonna drop, is just gonna be to do singles, because I feel like A, it's more effective, and B, it's kind of the style I want to do things in. I don't want to have
hmm
to do a theme for a whole project. I'm at a
Right.
point where I'm making song for song as opposed to the songs connecting. So it makes sense for me. And I just, mainly though, like you said, the attention spans, and I feel like it's worse as it goes. You know what I mean?
hmm
And then from the standpoint of owning stuff, it seems like it gets easier to own less.
hmm
If that makes sense. Because the more you got, the more people involved. If I do 15, 18 songs, it might be one producer, but it might be 5 or 6. It might have
hmm
4 features on there. But there's a bunch of different things that I don't have much industry cloud at all or anything like that. So I'm just coming
Right.
from a very independent level to where I'm like, it's just me. So I'm just thinking like, well, I'm gonna just try to do it all myself and do singles. That was my outlook. I do get the theme of a whole project and how, because I've done that and still do that, and I got one coming with both. But
Mhm.
That was the whole standpoint, of why that
I
came up.
mean, singles is cool. Singles is cool. There's
Yeah,
nothing
even
wrong with
shorter
dropping
EPs.
singles. Let that marinate. Put out the
Mhm.
next one. Let that marinate. Keep going.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Pestilence.
Yeah.
What do
But
you think about? What do you think about that?
well, at the same time that like music has shifted to like, singles and shorter verse songs, we've also seen
Mhm.
stuff like this, podcasts and longer form content really explode in the last few years. So what do you think makes it different? Because a lot of people will sit down and listen to a 3-hour podcast every week, but they won't sit down and listen to an 80-minute album. What do you think makes what sets those apart?
I think people is nosy now. They're so in tune with being nosy.
Yeah.
And it takes the fun out of listening to an artist with their music
Mm,
because you get into their personal background and you may
Yeah.
not like them no more.
Yeah. Or you people are listening to wait for the tea. You know what I mean? Because seriously, because like the 3 hour podcast also has 4 clips throughout the week that get you to want to watch that 3 hour podcast. You see what I
Hmm.
mean? But it's the short version still is the attention grabber a lot of times. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's actually a very good point though, Pesto, because I ain't even think of that shit.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Because
I
I do
never even
that.
thought of
You
that.
know what I
That's
mean?
crazy.
I do that. But I also listen to full albums if. So I still do that. So it's I don't know.
I think for me, the less I know is better.
About an
For
artist?
me. Yeah.
Huh. You
I
think
don't want to
really
get
like
into
what?
they
How was that? Can you get? Well, I don't want you to give an example because that'd be putting
Well,
somebody on blast.
I mean,
I
what?
mean, yeah. Sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
I mean,
David.
to be completely honest, I don't really pay attention to entertainment news or art or like artist history all that much. And then usually when I jump into a record, um, I'm just vibing to the record, to be honest. Like I don't. I mean,
Hmm.
if I knew something personally about somebody, it might make me not even want to listen to their record because I don't like them as a person.
But
Exactly.
that's happening. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Personalities are winning. Yeah, personalities are winning over the music at this point. Sometimes in the limelight part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Underground still is music, but
I mean, this
whatever
is
that is.
entertainment, so you're supposed to be entertaining.
True, true. When you make the music, is that you focus on just that first, just entertaining first, or is there more of a purpose
Mm,
behind it?
more like a purpose.
Yeah, and then if it entertains, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, I feel
I
that. That's
mean,
what
I
yeah,
mean,
I feel that.
I mean, right now, my stuff is a whole lot of hardcore stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the type of shit I like.
Yeah.
The type of shit I love.
Hmm.
But so a lot of songs have messages and things like that. It's a different lane for everybody.
Hmm.
It's so many people that's talented and have a whole lot of things to say. You just pick your lane and stick to it.
Who's some of your
Word up.
favorite artists out right now?
Um, Rod is my girl.
Oh yeah, legend right there.
um, I like Shay Noir.
Mm. Yeah, she
Um,
dope.
Conway, the whole Griselda. Um, it's a lot of people. I,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of people, not too much, but you know, when you're in your making of music, I don't really want to hear too much other people.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree with that. Definitely don't want outside influences as much. I mean, like I said, that's why I mean, I listen to records from the artists I really like. I'll definitely play those, but I'm definitely behind. Like people will bring up a
Mhm.
record to me and ask me if I heard it, and I'll be like, nah, I haven't heard it because
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
I'm always in creativity mode. You know what I'm saying? If it's not the podcast, it's
Mhm.
making more music, making more records, video shoot stuff, like all types of shit. There's always creativity going on. So I feel like
Mhm.
sometimes I'm just out of the whole loop of shit that's going
Yeah.
on right now.
No, I feel the same way. My dude called me and he was asking me if you heard this, you heard this, and I'm like, nah, no, nope, 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 nope. But so
Mhm.
he had me actually listening to the new Meek Mill on my lunch today. Um, I didn't even know he dropped. I guess he dropped like 5 songs, and that shit was cool. I was, I'm honestly not a big Meek fan, but I'm not like I don't dislike him either. He's just like,
Mhm.
he's cool. He's cool. But I was actually like, oh, this one's actually it's kind of fresh. It come in nice, you know what I'm saying? And then there's only one song I thought was trash, but
I
the
don't
rest
know
of
a single Meek Mill song ever
I,
made.
I know I'm just saying something new. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you
I know,
should. I'm not saying
I
you shouldn't.
know,
I'm
I
saying
know, I know. I'm
I'm,
just giving my 2 cents. I don't know
I
any
gave
Meek
I
Mill
gave it
song.
a listen because somebody told me. But that's what I'm saying is I kind of like Meek. It's kind of a back and forth thing with me. So I figured I'd give it a listen, but just speaking of which, otherwise I wouldn't have known about it if my dude hadn't hit me and asked me about it. You know, but it was cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of R&B and oldies
Yeah,
and
same. That's why I heard the new Meek.
nah, I make it to the new stuff.
Yeah.
The new stuff always popping up. So I'll give it a listen. You know,
hmm
I'm not that behind.
No, I'm
One
just
of
saying. I go back and listen to old shit too.
one of my favorite videos I ever seen ever in hip hop is at the I don't know if it was I don't know which park jam it was. I don't know if it was Rocksteady, one of the park jams where Sean was
Mhm.
performing and he brought Baby Sean out to rap. Um,
Oh, that was Bessie had summer stage.
yeah, one of my favorite videos of all time is that. That's that made me happy to I used to my youngest daughter used to beatbox with me back in the day,
Hmm.
and it made me think of that moment with that. Does she still rhyme or
Mm-mm. She
not
be
really?
singing.
Oh,
She
okay.
be singing.
Do you do any singing?
No.
Did Sean like where'd she get it from? But does it come from either one of y'all?
um, his mom and his family they.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm always curious about that when it comes to the lineage of a voice. Sometimes it skips
Hmm.
generations. Yeah, like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah, his family definitely. The women in his family, they a bunch of, they love to sing.
yeah, yeah. That's dope.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what's up.
So
So with
she
making
not into a
music
lot of
now,
songs though. She listen to a lot of drill music and stuff like that. She be reiterating their stuff. I be like, mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean it's new generation. I mean yeah, I mean
It is what it is.
it's like
And they saying you gotta be in shape to dance to those songs.
oh
Yo,
shit.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, we had Hammer. We had Hammer. You know what I'm saying? To be able to do Hammer's dances,
Oh,
you
of
had to
course, but we
be
was
heavy
younger
D.
then,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. But
and now
I'm
we,
saying, we had ours too, though. Heavy D was getting down. That big nigga was getting it, boy.
yeah, And diddly 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 dee. Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah, but yeah, they was younger too. You're right. Can't do that shit
Mm-hmm.
these days, but
Our knees
that's
was working back then.
right. Look, I had to turn off this camera to get up out this chair so I don't embarrass myself. That's how fucking bad it is for me.
Oh man.
Shit.
Do
Right.
you ever now that you're attacking the music, I mean, you came into creating late, um, but uh do you plan on doing do you plan on doing live, like a lot of live shows, or you just pop out every once in a while?
That's up to the promoters. If they holler, I'm always willing. I got a few things coming. I hope.
That's what's up. That's dope. Do you hand put together the anniversary shows for Sean?
Yes. Yes.
Like you pick the artist, all that, the
Mm-hmm.
venues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yep. Last 8 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, super obviously gone way too soon. Um
Mm-hmm.
I was blessed to work with Sean like pretty much right before he passed.
Mm-hmm.
Super sad. We
Mm-hmm.
definitely didn't get to celebrate that joint really.
Mm-hmm.
Um but I guess I'm glad that you have carried the legacy with all of his unreleased work over the
Mm-hmm.
years, like being able to do that and carry that on, and then also bringing your own artistry into it, I think is super dope. I think those
Thank
two
you.
things together are just fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I hope. um, I mean, we never know what's gonna happen in life. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever knows what's gonna happen, and I guess my like it makes me. I sit on way too much music. I tell people all the time. I personally
Mm-hmm.
sit on way too much shit to a point where um if I was gone tomorrow, I don't know how anybody would hear my shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I definitely don't have anybody that I really know that would carry on my shit. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I would try to get a hold of your daughters. Are you kidding? I mean this turned into a different thing, but I would 100% try to holler at your daughters and mom and shit, and your brother, and try to get the music. I mean, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah, but
I
I'm
mean, if you don't know anybody, you do now. What do you? I mean, like, what do you like? Straight up, like straight the fuck
well,
up.
well, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
I'm saying you my dog. I would do that. I mean,
all right, man. Well, I appreciate it. I
I'm
appreciate
just
you
saying.
and
I don't give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn Zoom camera. No, I'm just saying. I don't care about no Zoom camera. I'm just saying. You say you don't know nobody. I'm like, really, dog? You don't think me, Urban, and Pesto would be like,
well,
yo?
I'm saying all my shit's on this computer right now. I mean, how you gonna get in the
I mean,
computer?
man, shit. They got fucking all the technology in the world, dog. They're making robots out of people, but putting chips in people's head. We can figure out how to get in your fucking computer, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, shit, that's
I
like, that
I had
ain't.
a friend. I had a friend that passed away that had his whole phone was like locked down by passcodes and stuff, and they got into that within a week and got
Yeah,
all of
you,
his
you get
stuff off
you
of
get a
there.
hold of the
So
right
it's
people.
like
It ain't, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
I
there's a
mean,
nerd somewhere that can get into it.
I tell you this, that is something to talk about because yeah, of course people don't think about it and you never know. But at this age,
Yeah,
most of them is pushing 50 or already 50. That should already be solidified.
right. You should already
You
have
know,
that. Like,
Sean left at 43, but I was on top of things early, so
Yeah.
It's never the
That's
conversation you
key.
want to have, but it is a conversation
It is
everybody has to
necessary.
have.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because you don't think about it, and then you know, but it happens. Right? And but the crazy thing is too.
Definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm saying like suddenly, but I'm saying suddenly,
Hmm.
like where there wouldn't be enough time to set up stuff, where that happens too. And but the thing is that's interesting that you say you don't know nobody, Danku, when there's probably people you don't realize. There's probably more people than you realize that would be wanting to come forth and be like, yo, let's get that music going. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I've noticed that it's after death that people really get the most flowers. You know what I'm saying?
I think
Not to
I
be
think you'd
dark,
have
but
more projects dropping. Yeah, I think your projects would be dropping a lot faster than they have been.
for sure.
Just because people wouldn't be worried about the rollout as much, they'd be like, "Yo, let's
Nah,
get this
son.
music out
Yeah.
They'd
there."
be
Nah,
like, yo,
nah,
you
you
get a
right.
new Danku album every month, son.
Yeah.
I be on my
For the next
Tupac shit.
42 years and shit.
Be on my Tupac shit, son.
But yeah, that's funny
Uh,
though. That's though
Bernadette,
that was lightweight clowning right there.
Bernadette, what's your earliest memory of going to a hip hop show that you have?
Hmm.
What you mean, my
Like,
earliest?
so like, what's the first hip hop show that you
So
ever went
music.
to ever?
Can we just go music in
Uh,
general?
All right, let's do.
damn.
Okay, you want to do music in general?
Mm,
No,
I'm
I
it
curious.
was a concert. I was young. It was Slick Rick,
Oh shit.
Bismarck. It was a bunch of them.
It was just when it was a regular thing where they was just around New York all the time, huh?
Hmm. A
that wasn't
bunch of
one.
them.
That wasn't one of the park jams, or it was one of the park jams.
No, this was inside a club. I was, obviously was snuck in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Word. Cause
yeah,
I grew up around it. Masters of Ceremony and Busy Bee and
Oh,
Master
okay.
Robin. I grew up around all of them.
Oh shit. Okay.
I was
that's
a
what's up.
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's dope. I mean, that's the beginning, the start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when you start talking about Busy being that. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Word.
yeah. I always wondered what it would be like to grow up in the birthplace. You know what I'm saying? Like I always
Hmm.
wondered what it would be like. Like I always, you know what I always think about when I think of what it would be like is I think of like a combination of um of the beginning of the movie Brown Sugar and the show
Wait.
and the show Get Down. That's what I always think of. The beginning. Do you
Wait.
remember the
Wait.
beginning of the movie Brown Sugar?
But it
What do
was
you
corny.
mean? It was
That
not
was
corny.
corny. The
Hold
beginning
on.
was I don't know. Maybe I need to go back and look at it
Are
then.
you
I thought
kidding
it was
me?
a little. Yeah. No,
When
I thought it was a little
when
corny.
the two kids are hanging out, and then they're like, oh, you see what they're doing over there, and it's Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, and a Cipher. Like what?
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of a different
You're
movie then.
definitely thinking of a different movie
All
because that
right,
shit was
my
cold.
bad. I got to go back and watch it then. My fault.
That shit
Yeah.
was cold. And then all the interviews with the hip hop artists in the beginning. I mean, the beginning of Brown
Hmm.
Sugar is cold.
Yeah.
And then the show
All
to
right.
Get Down. I think of a combination of those two is what I think of when I think of if I was there in the beginning, that's what it would have been like.
Mm.
Oh, that's crazy. You might want to throw some like Streets of something. 'Cause I'm sure there was more violence than those two movies depicted.
Well, what do you mean? There's violence in the Get Down.
I mean, but not. That's corny too. The way they do the violence in that. That's I'm come on. It just those are
I like
corny examples to me.
I like both of those shows.
I like both of the shows too, but as an example of what was going on actually, I don't believe it.
Well, what do you think? What do you think?
I don't know. That's why you know what, Bernadette, maybe you should answer, and I'll shut the fuck up. Actually,
Bernadette,
Right.
what was it like in the beginning out there? Like was it like what were the streets like? Was it crazy? I mean, I
Yeah, the
wasn't out.
streets was crazy. The gyms was off the hook. We had street gyms.
So are
We
those corny
had,
depictions to you, or are they, you know,
was they what?
were they corny to you, or like I'm saying, or were they more?
Ram thinks Ram thinks that my examples are corny. So he's asking you if you think that my examples are
I'm saying, do you
corny.
think they're accurate, or is it kind of like Hollywood shit?
I think it's accurate.
Oh, okay. Well, I stand corrected. Okay,
Pretty accurate.
cool. Still corny ass
Everybody
movie shit.
explains.
Hey, hey, you like movies and shit too? How you not? How
I'm
you gonna
just
tell me my?
playing, man. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
We had the homie Cesar Comanche on here last week, and he had told um a small story about working with boot camp and duck down, and I know he did some mixing and recording for the Monkey Bars record. I don't know if you were familiar with Justice League at that time. Where did do you know
I
about
know.
that whole meeting, that process?
No, I don't. I wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah, he was telling us a couple things about the entire meeting with boot camp
hmm
um and all that. Um so I guess my thing is, if you um I mean, did you know, did I don't know the history of you and Sean. I don't know none of that. But but were you there when boot camp was super popping, and did you know that they were going to be like the shit? Cuz I mean, boot camp is like, I love boot camp. Like,
Um, I was behind the scenes. But the formation I was around, in the background. Um, yeah, I knew they was gonna do what they was gonna do. They was good at what they did. They stayed on top of it and ran as a team, like how Wu Tang did. They had
yeah.
it popping. They definitely had it popping back then.
Mhm.
Did you ever tag along on any tour shit ever?
No. I went on tour when Sean became solo. I went with him.
Mm.
Mhm.
hmm One time because I wouldn't fly. So I went to one of them where they were driving.
Those driving tours, those are some brutal times. I mean, depending how long the drives are in between. I mean, I've always drove for tours,
Yeah.
and I think the longest drive I ever did, because I couldn't book a show in between, was I did Chicago to Little Rock, Arkansas once,
Mm,
and it was ridiculous long drive all day, super early in the morning. And this is the whack thing about it. I got to Little Rock, and I'm excited because I never played there before. And I was like, this is gonna be dope. Like, I saw the opening acts and all that. I was like, oh, this show's gonna be fresh.
hmm
Looks like they got a little following, like, should be dope. And then, hopefully I have Little Rock on my list of places that I can circle back to when I book another tour. And complete opposite. It was terrible. It was a terrible
mm.
show. Nobody really came out. I
Oh
literally
man.
got out of my ride, loaded my merch in, couldn't even set up my merch. basically had to just go right on stage because we got there right when the show started. It was, I don't know, it was a terrible tour experience, and I will never book an 11.5 hour drive ever
That
again
was
on tour.
crazy. I would have
Yeah, 11
cried.
and a half hours is crazy. Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
cried. I ain't gonna
I
hold you.
mean, and for the end of it to be fucking Little Rock, Arkansas, of all places.
Mm-mm.
I mean, shit, if you
Mm-mm.
go drive 11 hours, it should be like Vegas at the end or something. Fucking Little Rock, yo.
Yeah, it
Only
was.
time I've ever been to Little Rock is I've stopped through there a couple times on the fucking Greyhound bus. And if their bus station, I always said the bus station sometimes represents a city. And man, if the bus station say anything, then Little Rock is a shithole. I'm just saying. I'm saying. I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I mean, I haven't
Yeah,
played
that.
there. I haven't played there ever since then. So it is what it is.
Nah, I ain't driving that long. Mm-mm.
Nah, yeah. 11 and a half hours. Straight through, too?
Mm.
Yeah.
I've done
Straight
like
through.
8.5, and then had to stop every time. Even because when I went to Texas, I stopped at 8 and then drove the rest of the way the next day. It's like halfway, baby.
Yeah, I've never done that long of a route plan. The thing is, I just couldn't get none booked in between. Is what
Yeah, it's
ended
not.
up happening. I mean,
It
it was
becomes
just
not safe at some point.
it was just building a route, and there was I couldn't get any shit in between. Nobody was booking nothing. Plus, in between there's like a lot of like just weird shit. Like, I mean, there's nothing really. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I mean,
And a bony.
yeah.
I mean,
So you've been going to shows and stuff like that for a long time, like basically since the beginning of like the hip hop boom. Do you still pop out to shows now? Do you still go and participate in that
Yeah,
stuff?
I still
What's
pop
changed
out.
about the atmosphere from back then to like now at a show?
Nobody's dancing anymore. Everybody's a wallflower and mean mugging.
Recording.
Um, it's the younger people, of course. The people my age is not out at that time of night, barely. The guys are, but not, you know.
Okay.
yeah, it's definitely changed. And my experience with shows, if a younger crowd comes out, like Ram had mentioned, I mean, they're mostly in the face with the phone. They don't even get the full they don't even get the full experience
Yeah.
of like being at the show. It's
Yeah,
like,
sometimes people watch a fucking whole show through their phone. You know what I'm saying?
they wanna they
Wait,
wanna they wanna capture the moment.
Yeah, it's like they're fucking Steven Spielberg or some shit, and I'm like, yo, man, your video's not gonna
This
be that
this
great.
this is the new
Yeah,
I
king
mean,
of phones.
I consider myself a content creator because nowadays you have to do that to stay real relevant in this shit.
Yeah.
But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, if I'm going to a hip hop show of somebody I wanted to see, my phone ain't out because I want to enjoy the experience of the show. You know what I'm
I,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
I
I don't
usually take
need to
like a
be like
30-second
this.
video. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, maybe like a story or something. Like you post like one thing on the story, like, oh, look where I'm at, and then that's it. But then the phone goes away for like the real show. Like I ain't on the phone the whole show. I'm trying to
Yeah,
experience the show, especially if they got
Mm-hmm.
like hit records, like joints that I know that I could follow along with. That's what I'm trying to do.
yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, Pestilence is younger than us. What Pestilence? What's your experience at the shows?
but you see what I do, man. I set my phone up in the corner and turn that shit on, and then I fucking leave that fucker there the whole time, and then I enjoy the show.
Yeah, he he
I
he
don't
does
touch my
he
phone.
does run the live from the corner, but which is cool because but he's not on it. He's not like walking around like in people's
Oh no,
faces, like, "Hey, look at
he was
this.
No.
What's going
broadcasting the
on?"
show for
Mm-hmm.
people. Hey, I've actually got to watch the show a few times because he did his live. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope.
Yeah, I
You know
just
what
plug
I'm
the phone, set it up there, and hope
Word, for
somebody
the
don't
people that
steal it.
can't see.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. I hope
pretty
somebody
dope.
don't steal my phone, but if they do, like, that's the time to come steal my phone, man, because I ain't looking at that thing at all.
Hey, wait, don't say this shit. What the fuck?
I'm These things got chips in them, man. I ain't worried about it.
That's like me saying the hours I work tomorrow. Like, hey, come rob my house. I'm gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Dog?
If they need it that bad, man, they can have it.
Oh
All right,
shit.
word. Well, okay, cool.
Bernadette, one of the experiences that I got to experience in New York with Rambunctious actually is we got to stop out and perform at the
Oh,
legendary
you,
end of the week in New York. Have you ever popped out to
yeah,
that?
Mm-hmm.
Like
that was
Yes, I
recently?
have a
fucking
few
dope.
times.
L-
No, not recently. It's been maybe 2 years.
Mm.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
They still run that though. That's still, or is it or is it more sporadic now? It's not a weekly thing no more.
I'm not. No, I don't think so.
Because I know they had an event for the hip hop 50th. Because I was out there. I was in New
Mm-hmm.
York for the 100 Mad Fest this last August. Because that's the team of people I roll with on top of the CyphaDen. So like I was out there with Onyx, CNN, and all them. And literally while
Mm-hmm.
we were there, I remember down the street, um, for hip hop 50th, there was something going on right in the middle of Times Square where it was hosted by End of the Week. And I feel like uh I remember Fredro saying, like, when he came back, he was like, "You won't believe what just happened. Dougie Fresh rolled up to the hip hop 50th jam on his bicycle." And got off and just started beatboxing like like right off his bicycle, like he came from the crib.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's dope.
That's super dope.
I mean
Mm-hmm.
that's the cool thing. Like, have you ever been to Milwaukee?
No.
So that's the cool thing about being in the hip hop hub of things is all of that great hip hop is still right there. Like people have told
Mm-hmm.
me, they go to like a shoe store, a sneaker shop or whatever, and they'll go in there and like my one homie was like, "Oh, you won't believe who was in the sneaker shop the other day. Like I bumped into Raekwon." And I'm like, "Well, what the fuck?"
Mm-hmm.
Like like in Milwaukee, we don't bump into nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like there ain't nobody in Milwaukee. Like we might bump into Giannis buying like signing autographs or some shit, but that's like the only shit that we really got popping in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? So I think the idea of being in one of like in like the hub areas like LA or New York, or I mean even Miami, people would say maybe. I think being in those hubs is kind of a cool thing because you can bump into these people, and if they're not like, on some get the fuck away from me shit, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you could basically network with them in person. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's a cool thing. And I always see flyers from like New York shows where there's like crazy lineups on there of like I just saw one the other day from like Bad Seed put on a show. You saw that flyer, right, Bram? Bad Seed
Mm-hmm.
show where he
Yeah.
like it was like UG from Cellar
But
Dwellers and like
but wait, let me ask you though: is that normal or is it weird to you? Because it seemed like that'd be normal to you, or you know what I mean? Like
To
it's not
me,
weird to you. Yeah,
yeah, it's normal.
it never strikes you though. Like damn, huh? Like you know what I'm saying? Like he's saying like it's kind of crazy.
No, we
No,
used to it here.
I didn't think so. I didn't think so. I was like, yeah, well, I guess that's what it is.
That's it's a lot of people, it's a lot of artists in New York City as a whole,
Yeah,
whether they on or they ain't on or trying to get on.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's always something, and people love hip hop, so they're gonna go, where they can and suck
yeah,
it all in.
yeah, yeah.
How did you help Snow Goons has that song with Sean and Nems. Did you orchestrate that to be put together? Like how did that do you know how did that come together? That joint.
Um, yeah, well, Snow Goons did. Um, I believe they had a verse that Sean did,
Oh, so
That was
and
so
it.
they
I,
so
I
they so
just,
they had a verse that Sean did probably when he was like maybe over
hmm
there or something, or they got it from him
yeah,
early.
because Sean did a lot of stuff everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I
So,
mean I mean I love that joint. That joint's fire to me.
thanks.
Do
Was
you
he
have?
somebody that was always creating, or was he like, did he go in spurts, like sporadically, or was it something that was like every day you would see him
um,
doing something?
Before he passed, like, um, the last, I want to say 3.5 years, he was just every day studio, except Sundays. But every
but
day he
football.
was.
Why except Sundays? Football or
No, he watched basketball.
oh, okay. Yeah,
So yeah, he would just go and we go at 12, come home at 7 in the morning.
Wow.
That's what's
Yep.
up. The Dead or Alive video. Did you have the idea to have Michael Rappaport be a part of that? Wasn't he a part of that video?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Drew High and had the idea and he carried it out.
that's what's up. I
you
love
know,
Michael Rappaport. He's hilarious. I
Hmm.
know Ram does comedy.
yeah.
Have you?
I ain't really fucked with him lately, though. I'll be honest.
I
Hmm.
haven't. Well, there it is
Lately,
again.
he's kind of been on
I
some other
haven't paid
shit.
attention. I haven't paid attention.
I ain't purposely paid attention. He's just been so fucking loud about shit that I keep getting clips, and I'm just like, oh man, shut the fuck up, Mike. Yeah. So anyway, so I did like him, and then I used to listen to his podcast, and now I'm just kind of like, eh. So please don't mention me in the same sense anymore. No, I'm just fucking around. No, I'm playing, but
We will edit this. We will
uh,
edit this clip for.
no, you ain't gotta do all that. I'm just saying. No, I'm just being honest. You know me, but he literally has kind of gone off the wire a little bit lately. But
Mhm.
I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Hey,
No,
You
he's a
know.
cool guy.
Yeah. I mean, he
I
probably
I
is.
don't feed too much into um I don't feed into a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I hear
If
you. I
I
know.
know a person, I know him, I leave it as that. You know,
Yeah. But I don't know.
everybody's out here doing what they gotta do and
Yeah.
you know.
Fair enough. Yeah. I'm sure he's a cool dude. I don't know him, so I take what he give me.
No, he is. He's in person. He's really a cool guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he is for sure. This better not be a motherfucking clip, thank good.
this ain't gonna be a clip. Why would I make that the clip? I'm
I'm
gonna
just
tag
fucking
Michael
around.
Rappaport,
As
make
a
a clip
joke.
out of
I'm just fucking around. I'm joking. I'm joking. It was a joke.
it. Do you have a personal favorite album that Sean did?
Well, one that he did, Mike Tyson.
I love Mike Tyson. That joint's
And
cold.
monkey bars. And of course, my baby, Imperious.
Yeah, those are all cold records. I remember.
Mhm.
I remember. I think it was around the time of Mike Tyson when I heard or I saw a clip or I heard something where R-rated Rugged Man was talking about how I don't know if he was having a conversation with Sean on Instagram or something like that, but he was saying something about how like um Sean Price right at this moment is probably one of the top 5 rappers alive at this moment. Like I remember him saying that because
Mhm.
he was like in his whole pocket, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Sean.
Like with what he
Sean
was doing.
was a few steps away. He was almost there. You know, he was right at the tip. And forget it, he would have killed this live and.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Especially this era too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been over. Curtains.
Hell yeah.
Actually, he would have thrived it on. Actually, he would have thrived on the Instagram and all that format. Yeah, I mean, just the personality wise, just alone, and in the rhymes. I
Yeah,
mean,
that alone.
1
Mm-hmm.
minute rhymes though, too, for 1 to 5 minute rhymes. That would have been stupid. I mean, it would have just been dumb. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm just saying. It would have.
Nah,
I used to.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, do you have a plan for your full record that you're working on? Like, do you have a like an idea of the drop when it's fully dropping, or right now are you just recording songs?
No, right now I'm just recording. Um, I'm probably like 5 in.
That's what's
I'm gonna
up.
do an EP. I'm not doing a whole.
That's what's up. That's dope though.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, how many joints are you doing? Because there's this thing. Um, what was it?
I'm
My
going
home
for 7.
7. Okay, so right under the
Mm-hmm.
right under the album. Because I feel like you hate 8 joints, and then it's people are like that's a full album now. So it's like right under
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Crazy.
that's that's what's up.
I don't have a
Um,
name for it or nothing. I'm thinking.
Do you have a dream collaboration in mind for like you as as an artist now? Like someone you'd like to
Mm,
work with?
mm, Probably Rod Digger.
Mm,
I mean, it would be
yeah,
dope. It would be dope to get. I think it'd be cold if like you, Digger, and Shay jumped on some
yeah.
like fuck
That'd be
shit
a
up.
crazy trip. Yeah,
Like like I just think that would be cold in
yeah,
Hmm.
general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Shay get busy.
yeah. Hey, that hat is dope, by the way. I've been meaning to say that. The
Thank
Transformers
you.
hat. Yeah, that hat is super cold. Yeah,
My
make sure I get
bicep
that out.
hat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Her.
and the brim is glossy. That shit is crazy. That shit's cold.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
I knew it was Decepticons, but I just took me a while to say something 'cause
Mhm.
we talking about other shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's cool.
Right.
Oh, I what?
Falling asleep over there.
I ain't. Nah, I'm chilling. I was done. I didn't.
He's
I
chilling.
just
He's
compliment
chilling.
the hat. I'm high. Shit, nigga, leave me alone. Shit. People know I get high on this motherfucker.
I do know this.
True.
I do know
I mean,
this.
shit.
So music's obviously like a giant part of your life. You were always very involved. It seems like you're still very involved. Got your your hand to the heartbeat of everything that's going on. It doesn't seem like that changed at all. Are there any other like
Mm-mm.
passions that you have that are similar that you'd put up there with
You know,
hip hop?
I love to skate. I love to swim. I love to dance. You know, I write a lot.
Interesting. Have you thought about writing a
Cool.
book?
Yeah, I thought about it. I have a few journals actually. I just need to focus.
I'll give you a
Mm.
dope perspective for a book. I think it would pop too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah.
Has anybody come to you about any movie I did like projects? Is that something that's ever come about or been you been approached?
No, not movies, but you know, everybody be like, "Oh, you gotta do a a
Series.
biography, a P."
That'd be interesting.
Um, I started some things.
Yeah.
Some people was recorded, giving their
Uh,
input. So I just gotta finish it.
that'd
Mm.
be dope. I think you have a whole underground world that shit would blow bigger than anyone would expect. I think. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a because there's not a there, obviously it's not gonna be pop culture type shit, but I think there's an underground hip hop world that would really go
Hmm.
fuck with that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure. Yeah.
So
So all right, so you got the book and the movie coming. No, I'm just playing.
don't start no shit.
I'm just fucking around. I'm just playing.
One
I'm
thing
totally
at
Book
a
in the
joking, people. That was
movie.
time.
all
Book
jokes.
in the movie coming. She
No,
gonna come out with Bernadette Price roller skates. We got the whole line coming, son. We
oh
doing
no,
it. We
no,
going
that'd be
all out.
fresh. No, yo, that would be. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. That would actually be fire right there.
Word.
Yeah.
Skating is that's a good exercise.
The southeast with south to buy them up. You know what I mean? For real. You know what I mean?
You ever go to the there's a man, like I I mean I didn't go to it, but there's not in Central Park, but the other park that the same dude made. I walked through that park when I was out there shooting a video with Marquee once, and
Brooklyn
I
Bridge Park.
yes, and they have like a skate
I've
rink
been
there, right?
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's outside.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I always thought that was cold. Like I thought it was cool. And I've never seen that. I've honestly never seen that anywhere else
Nah,
except New
that's
York.
new. That's new though.
What
That's not that old.
it
You
was roller
know,
skates
Yeah, roller
it's
skates
a skating ring.
outside.
outside.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I was making sure
Yep.
y'all wasn't talking about ice skating and nothing like that. That's
Nah, nah,
crazy.
nah. It's regular roller skates at Brooklyn
That's dope.
Bridge Park.
That's dope.
Hmm.
I'm not that good
Got a
into
little
roller skating.
picnic.
I'm the type that like I could bob a little bit and stay up. You know what I mean? But I fuck around, try to turn around or some shit, and be like, you know what I mean? I used to be that dude. I'll be like, oh, I'm going, and that's about all you get. You know, that's
I,
about it.
I used to be all right for a
Mhm.
little bit. I
Uh,
wouldn't.
uh,
Why are you clowning? You don't even know what I was like, son.
no, I'm
You don't even.
saying me. I'm saying me. No, I was just like, nah, me.
I used
Like,
to be able
nah.
to do the backwards shit. I used to be able to do all that
Oh,
a
that's
little
what's
bit.
up.
He could do the Michelle Kwan,
Nah,
Yo,
I
yo,
don't do that. I don't do none of that pesto. Stop.
you're barely of an age to even know Michelle Kwan. You know what the fuck?
Oh
That was a long,
man.
that was a long time ago. Anyway,
I know, man.
He's got the history, man. He's got the history. That's the old soul
mad.
shit
That shit
going
was
on.
mad. That was a great reference. It was. It was. It really was. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, so that's
I,
about it. Tomorrow I'm gonna drop the little clip for my second single.
Dope.
yeah, that's dope. I look forward to checking it out, and definitely keep me in the loop with
Gotcha.
all the new shit you got popping. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
I've linked you to things in the past. You seem to fuck with a little bit of what I've been doing, which is dope.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that.
No
Um,
problem.
and
Appreciate you coming on. Good to meet you.
yeah,
Thanks for
Yeah.
having me.
Yeah. This has been super dope. Pesto, you got anything else?
I mean, I just wanted to say, yeah, it was great to meet you, and it's really refreshing and cool to see somebody carrying on a legacy. I think we can all agree that, when we're not here, to have somebody that carries the torch, and keeps the memory alive, and doesn't
That's
hold
very
doesn't hold
important.
stuff back, doesn't stop stuff from being created. I think it's really important to um preserve that legacy and keep somebody moving forward. Because I mean, for like me
Mhm.
personally, I didn't find hip hop until after Sean had passed, and he quickly became
Mm,
somebody that was um I absolutely top tier in my opinion. It was like, wow, this guy
okay.
was something else, and his presence
Mhm.
alone was just, it was something that was obviously greatly missed now. So it's cool to see that, he's got somebody like you in his corner that's always holding that down and pushing that out there and keeping that alive. It's really, really cool because it's still connecting to new people and people that have not found that. And I'm sure it will continue to do that, because
Yep.
great art transcends all time.
Definitely.
Well
Yeah.
said.
Definitely.
Like we said, much appreciated, Bernadette, for you coming on the CyphaDen chat. Um, appreciate you talking about your new record, giving us some history, talking about some other things. And like I said, I'm your host, Tayamu Denku. That's Rambunctious. Pestilence up there. And this has been a special episode with special guest Bernadette Price. And we appreciate you to the fullest.
Thank you,
Peace.
guys. I'll talk to
Thank
y'all
you.
Thank you.
soon. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.